Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everyone's having a good night tonight. Um, I just came on for a few minutes to show and let everybody know that is responsible for the crimes that have been taking place with me, my identity theft, identity changes, numbing me, injuring me, torturing me, splitting my skull, seriously injuring my brain, seriously injuring my lungs, seriously injuring my kidneys, kidnapping, sex assault, arrest refusals, medical treatment refusals, lies, time buying, cover ups. I am a revenge retaliation victim of Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police for speaking of their crimes, the human homeless trafficking. Out of the Morning Star mission, it was taking place, and the homeless exploitation for monetary gain, along with other crimes. And as a result, back in 2019, ex-Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police Chief or Commander, I was at my previous address on Center Street, and he drove by. He waved at me in a white Jeep Wrangler. I waved back. A black truck pulled up beside him, and they shot something, and it went into my right ear, and I started having problems ever since then. That's the lies, the time buying, the cover-ups, the arrest refusals, lies against me about being suicidal, self-harmer, having long criminal, psychological, and criminal records and histories, and none of it is true in any way, shape, or form, and it needs to be proven by the ones cast that lie, and it was done to get away with what they're getting away with. So I wouldn't be taken serious about what is taking place with me and by whom, how, and why. I am the victim of identity theft, identity change. It is being done to me by what is called remote neural monitoring. It is a nano microchip implant, and it is police and military tech that's been in use since the 60s, and not a lot of people are aware of it. And OPP are using it criminally. They're using it for invasive surveillance. They are using it, giving it to pedophiles and sex offenders who are using it for sexual purposes. They are using it for slavery purposes and human trafficking because it involves another person being able to invasively see through a person's eyes and ears through it. This is how I am going through my identity theft and identity changes that have been happening to me, and this is happening for 3 years. I've had my legal rights taken, my medical rights, and my human rights taken, and all I did was speak up and try to save lives from what was taking place by the police. I'm going to show a couple changes of what has been happening to me. That's me. These are me. This is me. This is me, but it's a fucked up identity theft change picture of me. Kinda hard to see that picture, but that guy's name that I just showed, his name, last known username anyway, is William Bill Wooldridge. In this picture that I just showed, he was on his way to stalk children for XOPP chief or commander for the sex slavery and the pedophilia. He was doing it daily at Tim Hortons and he walked right by me. And I got his picture on that day, and after that, he went into hiding. But there was also a time when I was at Tim Hortons with my mother when she was still alive before he killed her, and him and Blair Hardy actually, and I called him out inside Tim Hortons. I was letting everybody know what he was and what he was about, and to be safe, and I called him out and called him a little bitch boy coward, because that's exactly what you are, William Billy Wooldridge. You're a delusional piece of shit. You are a serial killer. You are an identity thief. You're a financial thief. You are a drug addict. You are a drug trafficker. You are a pedophile, along with Blair Hardy, who is a drug trafficker who is guilty of rapes. He is the one guilty of lacing the drugs here in Napanee to cause homicides to make it look like another junkie bought bad drugs and overdosed and died. And it was being done on purpose with that intent. Right, Blair Hardy? There is Tyler Lake. There is his girlfriend, Holly Carlisle. They are also guilty of serious animal abuses as well. They are using the remote neuromonitoring between their dog and my dog, which now my dog is starting to act like a pug, and he has even had been deformed from it. His face, the way a fucking pug's is, and I have a lab. They are using this shit and they are using it like a game, and in the process, people are being seriously injured and deformed. I am being numbed down to be dumbed down. I no longer have any feeling or stimulation in my head or my face. I haven't in the last couple months. I haven't been able to go to a hospital. I haven't been able to get no medical help. I haven't been able to get a rest. They have a justice of the peace here in Napanee that makes accusations against victims to obstruct and needs to be criminally investigated for possible corruption or obvious of corruption, accusing me of being high on marijuana and hallucinating being sodomized. I don't think so. And she looked like she just got finished railing a big line of cocaine and smelt of whiskey at 10 o'clock in the morning. So don't be making those kind of accusations about hallucinating being sodomized. I don't fucking think so. This is serial killer Blair Hardy. Blair Hardy again in the glasses. Top pictures, William Wooldridge again. Now bald, glasses, goatee like Hardy. And then there's little bastard boy, Jason Two-Step Van Alstyne. There's the most dangerous corrupt police in Ontario because they can be. Anybody been involved with anything from OPP, fight it through corruption. They're guilty of domestic terrorism. They're guilty of ending a bloodline. They are guilty of kidnapping, false arrest, sex assaults, and many other serious crimes. I am the end of my bloodline, and they are doing this to me for revenge, retaliation. This is how they murder, traffic, and they frame here in Napanee. And it's being done by Spencer Mills 14716, the ex-chief or commander, year 2019. Staff sergeants, year 2019 and year 2021. Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas. A mental health worker named Stacy was Daily Tea Company, Napanee, now Kingston, and Shelley Hafner. They also have cover-up doctors that co-commit and cover-up crimes with criminal negligence. One is administration Wayne Covey Duck and Sarah Fiddler. Dr. Tatiana V, aka Margie V, file falsifier, name falsifier, medical blacklister, and also Stacy's girlfriend. There's Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Waldron, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. McGregor. There is triage nurses Terry, Tanya, and David. There is Paladin security guard, a guy roughly 24, 25, approximately 500 pounds. There is, like I said, the one known as William Bill Wooldridge, 149 Center Street North. The untouchables and unarrestables for OPP, and they're also $300 a day, money paid, and drug fed. It's pretty sad. I can go through identity theft and changes every day. And it's being done to me by Tyler Lake, who is approximately 30 years old, by Jabin Alstein, who's approximately 40, 45. I'm 50. And Blair Hardy, who is approximately 65 years old. There is William Bill Wooldridge, 149 Center Street North. He's approximately 72, 73 years old. There is also Holly Carlisle, which is Tyler Lake's girlfriend. And there is a Michelle Irish as well. There is a Bucktooth Bob, aka Robert Berry, aka Bucktooth Bob. There's an Allie Cooper. There's an Isaac. They are all using this shit on me. I don't know what that was about. This is how it's being done to me. This is how everything is being done to me because nobody in Napanee knows about it, and as a result, that benefits OPP and Blair Hardy, Billy Wooldridge, and everybody else because it's also done through Wi-Fi, cell phone, and computer. It basically enables these pieces of shit, pedophile, child sex offenders, financial thieves, identity thieves, and killers to broadcast over me and through me like a damn hologram 24/7. I get stuff going through me to numb me down and dumb me down. It's seriously injuring me. I'm getting electricity in the whole back of my head. The back of my head has been completely and totally flattened while my face is being pushed out. I have no feeling in my head anymore, like I said. I'm doing this, but I don't feel it. I know I'm doing it, but I don't feel it. And you can even clearly see the split in my head. You can clearly see where my skull's been split, and that was even called a lie. But then again, no doctor's even seen it because it was done when I was being prevented from getting help through false charges from the hospital just to deflect the crimes that they are guilty of on me. And I gotta say, Tyler Lake, Carly, or Holly Carlisle, and the rest of you, anything more happens to my dog, you're gonna seriously pay for what you've done, you pieces of shit, fucking goof bastards. Anything happens, and you will go down for murdering my dog. You are guilty of attempted murder on me. You're guilty of aiding in this to me for 3 damn years. Injuring, torturing. So yes, you are guilty of attempted murder, Tyler Lake. You are guilty of attempted murder, Jabin Elstein. You already aided in murdering Jack Clark with um, you've already aided in murdering Jack Clark with Blair Hardy. Billy Wooldridge is a known sex offender. He's a harbored inmate that OPP will surround with hands on guns, and I can prove it to prevent anything on him or them or anyone else. Shannon Cork, she laughs in your face, tells you to file a report that would get ripped up, tore up as she laughs in people's faces as Billy Wooldridge goes on to murder people, and she was well aware of what was going to happen. Done with intent. Everything against me is done premeditated, conspired with intent too. They've done everything to stop me. They've done everything to try to discredit me. The OPP, you think you know, they are nothing but terrorists, domestic terrorists. They're guilty, like I said, of pedophilia, human trafficking, human sex trade, slavery trafficking, injuring, torturing, getting victims medically blacklisted here in Napanee because they can, using a justice of the peace as well. So everything, all angles of them are covered. This is how they're getting away with their crimes above suspicion. Isn't that right, OPP? Isn't that right, Blair Hardy? Isn't that right, Spencer Mills, Tyler Lake? You're human traffickers as well. And one way or another, for my mother's murder, for everything you've done to me, and if I share any DNA directly with any of you bastards now, you're gonna be even seriously more fucked. One way or another, I will get a lawyer, and one way or another, I will sue the police, and I'm going to sue the doctors. If nobody here is arrestable, then they have to pay monetarily and answer for their crimes that you are committing for them, Hardy, Wooldridge, Lake, and Van Alstyne. I hope it's worth it. I hope these people are worth it. That's going to cost you millions and millions and millions of dollars, your careers, and your freedom. I hope these bastards are worth it, OPP and doctors, for what you are aiding in them doing. You speak police crimes and you will end up dead, and I can and will prove it. I have been proving it. So be safe, everybody. They're also about financial thefts and frauds too, and this is how they're going about doing it by the R&M broadcasting over people getting bank machine numbers, getting PIN numbers, getting financial informations, you collecting welfare and disability under false pretenses and false addresses, collecting insurance policies on victims, taking them out and then murdering the victims. Isn't that right? Blair Hardy, Billy Wooldridge, Tyler Lake, and Jason Van Alstyne. You did it with my mother, you pieces of shit bastards. You took her life 2 years ago, as a matter of fact, December 20th, 2020. And like I said, one way or another, you will fucking pay for it, you pieces of shit, whether you give blowjobs to cops or not here in Napanee. I've been showing and proving everything that's happening to me. My deforming, my brain injuring, my numbing, my torturing, and there's not a damn thing I can do, so remember that. OPP wants to get away with the crimes here in Napanee. They assure it they will get away with it. They completely fucked my right side of my head, and now they're going after my left, especially right up in here. I have no feeling or stimulation on my right side of my head. Now the back part and this top part of my head right up in here is where it's at. I'm feeling nothing but pressure in there like a fucking ball in my head. So I'm being played like a damn puppet by these pieces of shit. And anything happens to me, they need to be found and they need to be charged whether they suck off OPP or not. You give certain cops blowjobs in Napanee and you can get away with anything in this town. Jason Van Alstyne, Tyler Legg, Blair Hardy, and Billy Wooldridge are proof of it, along with a guy named Mike who's homeless. He probably sucks off fucking a lot of people. That's his thing, but when you're doing it to commit murders and get away with them because it's being done by fucking cops. So be safe, everybody. Love all, hate none. One way or another, you pieces of shit, you will pay for this, and you will also pay Tyler and Holly for what you've also done to my dog as well. You're animal abusers and animal fucking killers, and you will pay for it as well, too. He grunts and groans like a damn pug now. He slobbers now like a damn pug. So I hope you're happy with this little fucking game. You are nothing but terrorist little murdering pieces of shit. You're killing people and you're killing fucking animals and you're getting away with it because it's through OPP. You are fucking filth scum. Be safe, everybody. You will face arrest, cuffs, and prison for the rest of your life, one way or another. Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, Jason Van Alstyne, Billy Wooldridge. The cops involved will face criminal and civil lawsuits. You owe me millions and millions of dollars, along with Lennox and Addington County General Hospital doctors, administration, and even Paladin security. So, speak of police crimes, you will become a victim here in Napanee. They will get away with. Remember this. Watch yourselves, watch your children, watch your parents and your finances around Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, Jason Van Alstyne, and Billy Wooldridge. And by the way, Tyler Lake, my brother Kevin wants his jacket back that you stole from him that belonged to his dad. I suggest you return it and you return it real quick. So if anybody in Napanee bought a leather jacket from Tyler Lake, it is stolen. Anybody knows of anybody that got a jacket from Tyler Lake within the last month or so, it was stolen. It was stolen from my brother Kevin. So I suggest you return it, you piece of shit, Tyler, and anybody that knows about it. Be safe, everybody. Take this serious because these little bastards are untouchable and unarrestable because they work with and for OPP and they blow OPP. No joke.